In 2002, the South Korea national soccer team accomplished something no other Asian team had done in World Cup history, defeating powerhouse nations like Poland, Portugal, Italy, and even Spain to reach the semifinals of the FIFA World Cup. So, what made the 2002 South Korea World Cup run so special? Why haven't they come close since? Well, we can point to several different reasons, starting with the man, the myth, the legend, the coach, Guus Hiddink. Guus Hiddink was an experienced coach from the Netherlands who had already taken the Dutch national team to the semifinals of the 1998 World Cup. He agreed to take the South Korea job under one condition: full control over the team. And the team he inherited had very specific barriers unique to Korean culture. Korean cultures place enormous value on Asian hierarchy, which meant talented players were being held back by those with more years. Hiddink dismantled the hierarchy entirely. He removed honorific speech from the squad, so every player was equal on the training ground. He also noticed that while South Korean players were technically skilled, their stamina would be quickly worn down in a prolonged match against their Western opponents. So he implemented rigorous physical conditioning programs, and by the time the 2002 World Cup had arrived, South Korea was one of the most physically fit teams on the planet. And his efforts seemed to pay off almost immediately. In the opening game of Group D, South Korea defeated Poland 2-0. Then, they beat the heavily favored Portugal 1-0, finishing first in their group and booking a spot in the round of 16. And alongside Hiddink's coaching, the 2002 South Korea World Cup squad boasted some of the greatest talent the country had ever produced. Captain and star defender Hong Myung-bo, who would later go on to coach the South Korean national team at the 2014 and 2026 World Cups. Legendary midfielder Park Ji-sung, who would later sign for Manchester United and win 4 Premier League titles. And Italian Series A forward Ahn Jung-hwan. The 2002 World Cup was also co-hosted by none other than South Korea and Japan. The result was one of the most electric home atmospheres in World Cup history, powered by the famous Red Devils, whose chants, it seemed, could be heard across the world. These players had every reason in the world to perform beyond themselves, and perform beyond themselves they did. In the round of 16, South Korea faced Italy. The score was 1-1, heading into extra time, where the golden rule was applied, meaning the first team to score would win automatically. And with just 3 minutes remaining, Ahn Jung-hwan scored the golden goal, sending Italy home. In fact, the owner of Ahn's club in Italy was so furious that he actually terminated Ahn's contract the next day in retaliation. In the quarterfinals, South Korea faced Spain, who had won all 3 of their group stage games. The match went to penalty shootout, with South Korea scoring all 5 of their penalties. The final kick, the winning kick, came from none other than captain Hong Myung-bo himself. Spain, only converting 3, was eliminated. South Korea was going to the semifinals. For the first time in history, an Asian team had reached the semifinals of the FIFA World Cup. The Red Devils roared. The Korean national team fought with everything they had, but they were defeated by Germany 1-0 in the semifinals, going to finish 4th overall. The 2002 South Korea World Cup run set the bar for Korean soccer and showed the world what the nation was truly capable of. It remains the only time an Asian team has reached the semifinals of the World Cup. Guus Hiddink was so revered that he actually became one of the very few foreigners to ever receive honorary South Korean citizenship. And he also gets free flights to Korea for the rest of his life. Despite Korea's current star-studded squad, it seems that we're a long way from where we once were. So, how do we fix it? Don't worry, I've thought about this too. And honestly, I think we're overthinking it. Bring Guus Hiddink out of retirement.